So this is challenge 7A, and we are looking at stochastic project volatility today. This is our agenda, and we'll go into more depth as we go along. So initially, we'll look at problem statements and our user stories. So a problem statement is our focus for this challenge is on volatility. This can be seen as a proxy for uncertainty, as wider distribution indicates a wider range of outcomes and thus more uncertainty about what would actually happen. Benefits: when volatility can be reduced, we can increase certainty about project outcomes. The user stories here are listed. We've derived 3. The planner, director, and project manager. We'll go into more depth about this later on. In terms of concepts that need to be defined, 2 are listed below. Volatility, which is a measure of the spread of possible durations / completion dates for an activity or a milestone, respectively. The critical path, the path with the least amount of floats leading to a milestone. In this project, when we discuss the critical path, we only go to a maximum depth of 5 predecessors for a milestone for simplicity.
Moving on to process and approach, that's an overview of what our thinking process was. We started with the team skills and tasks. Then we went into the brainstorming of the problem statement and the definition of the user stories. We started looking at the metrics and the visual output definition, starting preparing the data and the metrics and the creation of the dashboard. We stopped to then review the outputs and check it was in line with the user stories request. And then we put some thoughts for lesson learned and future development. So in terms of the user stories, we identified 3, the planner, director, and project manager. All the 3 are around volatility, the definition of hotspots, and the contribute of volatility with the activities and milestones. The solution we identified was in a form of a dashboard, in a way that it was easily digestible for the users, and in a way that can bring more benefits to the project, such as increase the amount of project certainty, reduce project complexity, and reduce project risks.
This is our dashboard for Challenge 7. We have centered this dashboard around providing the project team with data and details around volatility on a project. There is the ability to filter by project on the top. On the left-hand side, we have the top 5 volatile activities and milestones on that given project. This helps to draw focus to the key areas of concern. The left-hand graph shows the volatility of the activities. The higher it is on the graph shows the longer the duration, the mean duration of that activity, and the larger and darker the circle shows the more volatile that activity is. This would give the project team a clear indication on what specific activities need to be reviewed. On the right-hand side, this is a visualization of the top 15 most volatile milestones on the project and their preceding activities. Again, the larger and darker the marker, the more volatile that specific activity is in that milestone. We have also derived 4 key KPIs. The first is a total of count of activities on that project to give a sense of scale of the project. And then the cumulative volatility divided by the total of activities to provide a metric of how volatile that specific project is. We've also derived a percentage of activities that are deemed a high volatility. This is calculated by having a higher range in the volatility than the actual duration of the activity. And then we've got the cumulative volatility of all those high risk activities combined.
Thanks. So it's important at this stage to consider why we build the dashboard this way. So coming back to the 3 users we identified, for the planner, they can go in and very quickly identify through the bubbles what activities are the ones that are most volatile and which milestones they impact. The project manager can have a look at the top level KPIs to get a measure for the health of the project. And a director likewise can look at the top level and also filter across the projects as if they were looking through projects in a program, for example, to understand the sort of cumulative health of the program.
To the next steps, so not all volatility is created equal. Understanding schedule topology is crucial, but also challenging. A lot of value in comparing projects at the director level. We like to create a separate high-level view for them. Validate the dashboard with the users will be useful. I get the planner, director, and project manager vision and insight. And finally, if the project types and or activity types were known, that could give a good indication on activities, volatilities, analogies across projects, if similar activities over different projects have a similar volatility.